Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here on Christmas Eve to do another video. Don't know how long it's going to be for me to do some more videos since, Christmas and holidays and stuff like that, but I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I gotta say, I'm loving it. Now, I love the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. It was my first game I ever got, basically, on the original Xbox, and I played the living crap out of it. I've got a lot of hours into it. I love it. I bought it again on PC and stuff like that, and I still play it to this day. But a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's the best one. It's still better than Star Wars 2 2017," and I'm like, no, I can't agree with that. As much as I love the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, it is nothing compared to this one to an extent. It still does things better than this one, which is a bit crazy when you think of it. But most of all, this game actually beats it in a lot of ways. But first of all, let's talk about the game itself, Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017. So, I really, really love this game. I'm not the biggest multiplayer fan, alright? I do play multiplayer, but I'm not somebody who plays it all the time. I really do. I'm more of a single player guy, I've got like 15 days in Witcher 3, and it's going to be more now with the Xbox One X patch, but, I'm the sort of guy that plays those sort of single player games a lot. Multiplayer is give or take for me. Sometimes I'll play it, but I usually get bored. This is the first multiplayer game that I've played straight for a month. Rarely have I played any other game since then, and it's crazy. Like, I'm like level 35 now, I think, in the game. I've never really reached that sort of levels in a multiplayer game. I mean, I think I got up to like level 30 in the original Battlefront 1, but most of that was because double XP days, so I put less time into it, but like, wow. Really loving this game. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing game. And I find that crazy that it's a game that I've put so many hours into. It's pretty damn good. And it's all because of the gameplay, the modes, and the free DLC. So, what works? First up, the gameplay is amazing, okay? Yeah, more or less it does resemble the first one. You can dodge out the way, you shoot, you can go first person, you get vehicles, stuff like that. But it's just more refined here, of course. Guns feel different each time you do them. You've got good upgrades that really give you a good edge, but only if you know how to use them. The dodging ability is pretty well done. You gotta get 2 dodges before you have to wait like 2-3 seconds before you can dodge again. That's very smart design, I think. And you've really got to be careful, you've got to look around, you've got to think, you've got to shoot when you need to shoot. You need to shoot them in the head. Be sure to shoot them in the head. Double points and more XP and stuff like that. And overall, the gameplay is really good. Even for the starfighters, they are so much better than even starfighters in the original game, and perhaps at times even the space ones. Then again, I haven't played many of the space ones, alright? But the game one, the space ones are fantastic, because also everyone feels different, The star cards and stuff you put in and out, they switch around, they make things feel different and better, and they all are very, very positive and very well done. They're very tight in terms of what you can do. Same for starfighters, which I would say, if you're going to play starfighters, upgrade your weapons. Make sure you get your weapons up to epic or legendary status. Do that, you'll thank me. The game mode becomes a lot easier when you can kill them in a few shots, sort of thing. Although this is balanced for other people as well, so keep in mind, people can. There's star cards that you can use against other star cards that actually kick ass. Say someone who's got a shield, just throw your impact grenade at their feet. Bam, they're usually dead 90% of the time. Or somebody's got a chain gun. Have somebody snipe them from far away, if they're obviously fast enough. Stuff like that. Another thing was how space is in this game. Now, we had space in the first game, right? It was okay, but it could have been better. This space fighting in this game, the dog fighting, the maps, what you have to do in terms of objectives, is balls to the wall amazing. It is top tier, I tell you. First of all, AI in space helps a lot, because when you get a kill for a real person, you feel so much more powerful, because it's like, hey, I've been killing AI all this time, but hey, I just killed a real person. Oh, booyah! I did pretty well. I haven't died yet, and I've got a 7 kill streak, and 5 of them were real players. Oh, booyah! Plus, the fact that the maps themselves are fairly big. They're fairly open, and they're beautifully epic, Going to a Clone Wars space map is my favourite, and then you've got the sequel trilogy, the original trilogy, just fighting over these fantastic levels, and it's just really well done, and it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you got the campaign, which many people are iffy on, especially what happens with Iden and stuff like that. Now, I always enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I never thought it was a bad game. I never thought it was a bad story. I actually quite enjoyed it, and there's actually some good parts to it. It just felt incomplete. There are so many moments in this where it's like, hey, let's skip 6 months and not tell anybody what's going on. It's like, really? Really? And sometimes you want to see the different perspective as well, but they never really showed that, and you're kind of like, really? Really? You could have, considering the characters you've got in this game, you could have switched us around to certain characters, and that would have been really interesting. Which we might get with DLC, however. They might, because the DLC that we got in the first expansion was very well done. It's the end of the story. The Resurrection DLC is the end of Aiden's story. But I thought it was pretty good. Some moments could have been longer, but yeah, I think it was fairly good for what we got. But it's still fun. Being able to play the campaign, and you got the sneaking missions, you've got the open missions, and you've got the missions where you can go to space and fight. It's so good. I thoroughly enjoy that. I think the biggest thing, though, is the free DLC. For many, that is a big, big deal. And I agree. I love the idea of free DLC because you don't have to just pay for extra. I don't have to pay $80 for a season pass, which is how much the season pass for the first Battlefront was. Now, I got it for $25 because it got on sale. And while I enjoyed the DLC from what I could play, it was not worth $80. $25, yeah. 80, no. Nowhere near. Absolutely not. So having free DLC for this game is positively awesome. I gotta say, I'm really happy that we actually have that. We have the ability to all play together as one. We all got the ability to get all the maps, all the characters, all the weapons. Fantastic. And the free DLC they've given us has been solid. The new campaign missions. 3 extra missions for the Resurrection DLC. And it's about an hour, 2 hours, depending on your difficulty, what you do. About 2 hours probably at the most. Which is pretty damn good considering the original game, if you play on certain difficulties, is around 6 to 7 hours. So overall the campaign, if you play it for the first time, which if you're somebody who bought this game or gets it for Christmas and you play it for the first time, you'll have all the DLC in there already. So the game is already better because a month after release, the game has fixed a lot of problems. Not all of them, but most of the problems that people had with the game. So I can just imagine somebody waking up at Christmas being able to play the whole campaign. Taking about 8 to 9 hours probably overall. Which is pretty damn good, even for a game like this. It's pretty damn good to have 8 to 9 hour campaign length for, an FPS shooter. So that's always a good thing. And then it's like, I can go online, and it's like, hey, online you've got new maps, you've got the new maps, you've got the new challenges, and you've got the new weapons and not weapons, but heroes and vehicles and stuff. It really opens up for a lot of people, and that makes me very happy just to think that. In time, people will be able to pick up this game brand new and be like, holy shit, this is actually really fucking good. Because it is, and this is why I think I really hate the reviewers, because DICE have said, even before release, that within time, this game will be completely different to what it is at launch. And I understand people want to review a game at launch and be like, alright, this is what it is at launch, but it's like, rarely are there any reviews there that mention, oh yeah, by the way, this game will be very, very different in a year's time, so keep that in mind. No one said that from what I know. And it's like, really? This game comes out and says, look, we got free DLC, things are going to be different, give us time. And nobody came out and said that. Even the reviewers that kind of go into in-depth, it's like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Fucking hell. That sort of thing. Now, what did we get in the first expansion pass, other than more campaign missions? Well, we got 2 extra characters, Finn and Phasma. They're great, I love them, I enjoy them, stuff like that. Crate, which is probably my second favourite map behind Kashyyyk. Like, holy crap, this is like D-Day for Star Wars, basically. Well, I mean, technically you could say Kashyyyk is D-Day, but this is like a salty D-Day, I guess you could say. It's just really awesome. You got the blood red smoke coming up when you've got the vehicles riding around. You've got having the ability to go underneath. You can pop up and see these giant mech things, just AT-RTs, ATST, M6s or whatever they're called, just coming down, hulking beasts. And if you ever play that map, play it with no HUD. You will thank me later. So you get that. You get new vehicles such as the new AT-RT, sort of like AT-RT, the one that the chicken walkers, basically. You get the first order variant, which is actually pretty cool looking. Still dumb that there's like no imagination there, really, but eh. And then you've also got a new space map, which was the car, which was even more interesting because in it you've got moments where it's like you've got to destroy these generators, but they actually warp gravity, so you're kind of getting pulled in, pulled out, pulled in, pulled out. It's really good and really interesting. I love the environmental efforts here. Very, very well done map. And you get a new hero ship as well, who is in this Last Jedi film. No spoilers for that, but yeah, she's in the Last Jedi film. So you've got all this. You've got new vehicles, maps, heroes, characters, and everything else. Like even campaign stuff as well. That's really good, especially for one expansion pack. You know, imagine what the next one's going to be. And then the next one. I hope at least, since they got rid of microtransactions, a lot of people are like, are we going to get the sort of game that we want? Are we going to get the free DLC that we want? I hope so. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, hell, if they bring back any sort of microtransaction that's like cosmetic, I'll buy the cosmetic stuff because I want this game to do well, because I want the free DLC. If you give me Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, General Grievous, Dooku, Mace Windu, even Jyn Erso and Krennic in Scarif and, you know, Mustafar and stuff in terms of maps and stuff, this game will be a 10 out of 10. Like, for me at least, because I'm a big Star Wars fan and those sort of things. If I get that stuff, and Ashoka as well, this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. And then if you update Arcade, which is actually quite good as it is, to have all the game modes, or at least Starfighter Assault and Galactic Assault, with all DLC maps and stuff in it, this is definitely going to be a 10 out of 10. This is going to be a game that I play indefinitely. I still play the original games because of that AI skirmish mode that they have, and I love that. That's a very big staple for Battlefront, and I really hope it gets updated, which Criterion Games has said, yeah, we're going to do that, but we don't know how long it's going to be. Fair enough. On that Arcade, not that bad. It's basically, so far, we've got one game mode for online play, and that's basically Strike. Blast, sorry. Which is basically kill everyone, you know. Kill everyone as a team. And then you got Onslaught, which is basically you against, you know, everyone. Kind of like a horde mode. Not the best, not the worst. There is some good customization here, but overall, it's acceptable. But it could be better, which is why, from what the Criterion was saying, that they will actually make it better, which I'm all for. Now here's some tips that I've got for you, for all the starter outers, which I hope there are many. This game is worthy of your time. It's a fantastic game. It's a solid 8 for me, and it could only go higher because of the free DLC and how it's going to be. I think in a year's time, this could be a 9, possibly even a 10 on my scale. Which I know I don't really have a scale. I'm more of a thumbs up, thumbs down sort of guy, but if I'm going by score, which most people seem to enjoy, yeah, I think it could go up. This could very well, in a year's time, be the best Star Wars game since the original Battlefront 2. So, let's keep that in mind. So, let's talk about help. So, for starters, there are these Bounty Hunter star cards. Get them. You start the game, you get your, you play for the campaign, you get all the unlocks and arcade unlocks and stuff like that. Get as many unlocks as you can when you start this game off, you know. That's one thing, because you unlock a lot of good stuff. And then you go and buy hero crates. Always buy hero crates. They're the cheapest and you get the best stuff in them. So, save up your shit, save up your credits, and then go in and buy them. Buy the hero crates. They're about 2,200 a piece, but they are the cheapest and they're the best. Because you get every single card. You mainly get hero cards, but you can get infantry cards, starfighter cards, vehicle cards, the whole shebang. Worth it. When you get up your parts to upgrade and get your star cards, look for the Bounty Hunter star card and upgrade them. Obviously, upgrade the one that you're going to use for the class you're going to use the most. Keep getting that one up until you get to level 3 or level 4. Basically rare and legendary, because they help a lot. In a single game, I can get each one of my classes, since I've got them all at level 4, each one of my classes can get in a single game, 90% of the time, a hero in the first phase because of that. They give you a really good boost, especially if you have that boost with the ×2, and if you do the injectives. On Crate, I can get up to 2,000 for just attacking the walkers. 2,000 battle points for just attacking the walkers 1-2 times. That's really good. Worthy of your time. Another one is to get better weapons and their upgrades. You've got to kill, you know, use Assault, get 250 kills with Assault, stuff like that. If you really, really want to unlock those faster, go in and try Blast. Blast is one of the best ones because it's basically a team deathmatch and you have to kill 100 people, right? It helps. You do 10 games and you could get every single class with most of your guns unlocked. That's how good it is. Obviously, you got to be a good player as well, but you do Blast, you unlock the weapons and their upgrades faster than you think. Another one is saving up your credits. I would say this, save up to 15,000 to 20,000 credits, right? If you do challenges, this goes up a lot faster. And also do the offline arcade mode where you get 15. You can get 1,500 credits by just playing arcade mode. Do a game where you can play arcade, simple map. I do Naboo because it's the easiest. Have it there. It's one-shot kills. You've got double the health, and basically just keep doing that, and you'll be fine. You do all that, you save 20,000, and then you spend that 20,000 on the hero crates. Always the hero crates, like I said. Spend the 20,000 because you've got a bigger chance of getting better gear and stuff, and better star cards. And you keep doing that. Now, when DICE comes out and says, oh, we got a free DLC expansion coming out, save up your credits. Now, if you're already saving up 20,000, you've got 20,000, you're like, oh, should I spend these credits? Don't. Alright, if you've got most of your credits saved up, and they're like, oh, in a month's time, we're going to have the next DLC, it's going to be Clone Wars and stuff, save up your credits. Because if they come with new heroes, or new vehicles, or new characters in general, there'll be new star cards. You save up your shit, it comes out, you get the DLC, you download it, bam, then you buy the hero crates, because then you've got a bigger chance of getting those star cards. I did that with Finn and Phasma, and with Finn, I got 2 rare star cards for him by just opening packs. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. And it really helps you get the better star cards. And that's really it. So that's the positive sides I have of Battlefront 2. It is a good game. It's not worth the crap that people are giving it. It's fantastic. And within a month, they've literally fixed a lot of the issues. I still think they need to upgrade it so that in a single match you can get up to, you should at least, if you're an average player, get 500 credits. And if you're really good, you can get up to 1,000 credits in a match. Single match. I think if they do that, this game will be perfect, because then the better you play, the more you get, the more upgrades you can get, stuff like that. Because people still complain. Oh, but the microtransactions with the deluxe edition at least, because if you get the deluxe editions, you get some epic cards. Thing is, any game like this, if you're a newbie months after release, you're still going to have to fight against people that are OP to shit. But also on that, I believe DICE came out and said, if you play this game and you're starting off, you'll get other people that are starting off. So really, you're in the good. Even still, even if you were to face a level 3 infantry type of guy, and he's got all legendaries, you can still beat him. I've done that. I've literally been in fights where I've had this is around the start of the game, where I had no star cards equipped to certain infantry, and I kicked their ass. I also died a lot as well, but hey, I also kicked their ass a lot, so it really depends on who you are. But overall, this game is fantastic. I'd give it a solid 8, and that's just after the first DLC, the first month of this game. It's really good, it's really well made, and really, it can only get better. I do hope we get some sort of way to pay for the new free DLC, because I don't see EA being like, alright, you know what, here's 2 years free DLC with no income coming in, alright? I don't see that happening. I would love it if we could get, no DLC, not no DLC, if no microtransactions or nothing like that, and we get free DLC, that'd be great. But if they do bring DLC in, they need to have it cosmetic. I would buy the cosmetics, Give me good cosmetics, I get the cosmetics, I give you the money, that goes towards new DLC. That's a great process, and I love that. But yeah, overall, I love this game. I've got, I think 5 days already, which is actually pretty good for me. I don't play it I do play it every day, but at least an hour every day. It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Great game. It's on sale now. I would say get the deluxe edition, that does help. But even if you don't, it's like, well, whatever. It's on sale. It's I think it's sort of like $45 on sale. That's a good price. But yeah. Anyway, that's Aussie Viking out for his before Christmas Eve video. I'll make it on Christmas Eve, 24th of the 12th. I'll hopefully have it edited today, and you guys will have a little video to watch for Christmas. Oh, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Rock on. Aussie Viking out. I shall see you all in Valhalla. Bye.